evening. I'm Brendan Miller. Thank you for joining us. The federal government is investing $2.5 million into a number of First Nations-led economic development projects across the region. The investments are intended to support economic growth and new opportunities in First Nations throughout northwestern Ontario. The investment comes from FedNor and came as the minister responsible for FedNor, Patty Hajdu, was attending a conference in Thunder Bay centered around economic development. The projects include critical plans and strategies, the hiring of skilled professionals, including economic development officers and business managers, as well as the construction of new facilities and infrastructure and the acquisition of new equipment. Hajdu says these projects will benefit the region as a whole.
Indigenous economic activity, has just been recently proven by the CDC, Aboriginal business professionals, and funded by FedNor, is actually critical to the growth of our economy overall in Northern Ontario. Northern Ontario has such an opportunity to grow and thrive if we include people in that growth.
A gathering of area First Nations this week gave a number of communities a chance to connect and find new ideas for building their economies. The second annual Nigani Ishuan Conference was a way to introduce community leaders with experts from across Canada. Justin Hardy reports.
You know, we do have all the different minds here in the room that really look at different areas and aspects of economic development.
The Nigani Ishuan gathering took place over 3 days at the Valhalla Hotel and featured over 45 exhibitors and presenters from a myriad of different sectors. Area First Nations communities and business owners had the chance to attend talks and meet with them one-on-one to gain insight on how to boost the economies in their communities. John Beardy, Director of Business Development for Wendigo Community Development Corporation, says it was a great opportunity to learn from others all over the country.
We bring in speakers, presenters from all across Canada. Also, as well as from our region here. So it's like sharing, learning best practices and just looking for new ideas.
Last year was the gathering's first year, and organizers were overwhelmed with registrants, delegates, and representatives. The same was also true this year, according to Beardy. He says organizers are looking at other ways to connect communities.
This event is, we're developing a network between the 5 tribal councils. It's economic development network, and creating a organization that will cater to our economic developers at each of our communities.
Other topics spoken to by presenters included sustainable resource extraction and youth empowerment. Justin Hardy, TBT News.
Confederation College recently held its annual Early Childhood Education Career Fair. ECEs are in high demand around the region, and students in the program were busy networking and connecting with potential employers. Emma Chilton reports.
The event provides students valuable networking opportunities with employers seeking candidates for placements and future employment. The career fair had 20 local organizations and about 40 students ready to graduate in the spring looking for employment. Early childhood education faculty member Maria Cole says there's a high demand in Thunder Bay and around the Northwest for childcare workers.
There is actually a high demand based on the fact that we are currently in the Thunder Bay area looking at needing at least 100 or more full-time registered early childhood educators to meet the capacity and demand for families needing care for young children.
This fair gives students the opportunity to launch their career with a full-time position in time for graduation. Dean of the college's School of Health, Niganiwen, and Community Services, Shane Strickland, says meeting the needs of the employers is a team effort between high schools, the college, and the organizations.
When students are in high school, we have dual credit courses. Students who are graduating from their final year of high school are able to take courses that are connected to the early childhood program. Here at Confederation College, we offer our program here on Thunder Bay, but we also offer the program across Northwestern Ontario at our regional campuses. And we have a partnership with the Thunder Bay District Social Services Board to offer a fast-track program for those that are unregulated care providers currently working in the industry so they can get the education they need to continue to work in the industry. So through those partnerships and through all the programs that we're offering, we're doing the best that we can to meet the needs of our employers that are on campus today.
Emma Chilton, TBT News.
Treaty 3 police and the OPP have charged 3 people with drug trafficking following a 3-month-long investigation centered in Couchiching First Nation. Police seized cocaine, crack cocaine, approximately $5,000 in cash, and other items associated with trafficking illicit substances. A 59-year-old woman and a 27-year-old woman from Couchiching, along with a 34-year-old man from Seine River First Nation, have been charged with possession of cocaine for the purpose of trafficking, along with possession of proceeds of crime. They've all been released from custody pending a future court date in April. The Anishinaabe Police Service arrested 2 men in Deer Lake First Nation on Thursday evening after an investigation into drug trafficking. Officers of the Deer Lake Detachment responded to a call about potential drug trafficking, where further investigation revealed 2 shotguns, cocaine, cash, and other drug trafficking-related paraphernalia. The 2 male suspects were taken into custody without incident. A 33-year-old man and a 35-year-old man are charged with firearms and drug trafficking-related charges. On Friday, they appeared in court and were remanded into custody with future court dates. The Plan Your Day wedding show was hosted at the Da Vinci Center today, featuring a fashion show, wedding vendors, and entertainment. The show hosted more than 50 local vendors, and planner Shalini Messier says the event had a great turnout with hundreds of people attending within the first hour.
So this is the biggest show in northwestern Ontario. We have over 50 vendors today. We have vendors, wedding vendors from everything from cars to DJs to fashion, wedding planners like myself, decorators, just everything you can need to plan your best day. But there are so many vendors, there's so many opportunities to have and to build your perfect day. So I know a lot of people think that, Thunder Bay, we may not have those options, but we do, and they're bold and they're brilliant.
The event was an opportunity for couples to have face-to-face time with multiple vendors, ask questions, and enjoy the fashion show. The Women in Curling Executive Council is leading several initiatives during the opening weekend of the 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. They held their New Women in Curling Connect conference today as one of their initiatives. Chair of Women in Curling Council, Elaine Dag-Jackson, spoke about the initiatives the council are taking to encourage and support girls and women in curling.
One of them is called Girls Rock, which we hosted yesterday at the Port Arthur Curling Club, and we have 54 young girls come together and learn about curling from our Women in Curling leaders group, and they learn about the joy of curling, and hopefully they become perhaps lifelong curlers. Is this conference that we host at every Scotties tournament, wherever it goes across the country. We bring these women together and connect. Another one is the Legends reception. Last night we celebrated all the women who have won a Northern Ontario Provincial Scotties Championship.
The council hopes that in the future they will see more female curlers of all ages and more women coaches. Fort William Historical Park wrapped up its annual 2-day Voyageur Winter Carnival today. The site was packed with patrons enjoying a wide variety of family-friendly activities and entertainment. Emma Chilton has more.
Yeah! Like that! Yeah! There you go.
Saturday marked the start of the 2-day Voyageur Winter Carnival at Fort William Historical Park, drawing a lively crowd of residents and families. The weekend-long event offered a mix of indoor and outdoor activities and entertainment. The carnival's activities included skating and curling on the Cam River, snow graffiti, sliding hills, craft making, sugar shack treat making, farm animals, and log bowling. Local residents expressed their joy and excitement for the event and look forward to exploring more of it.
We've gone around, we just fished the Zor balls, we've eaten food and checked out all the stuff at the main entrance. We also did the snow stake and log rolling stuff in the main center.
And they also had a lot of fun in the tubing hill up at the top of the visitor center. So we've been all over the place.
Very fun. We're about to go get the maple syrup sugar shack stuff and go skating.
We came right as the doors open at 11, and it's been a super great time. There's just lots of cool activities for the kids. The kids enjoyed the bird feeders the most so far, and then these cool giant balls that are running around so far, and we still got lots to see, so we're very excited.
The carnival is not short of things to do. They also have boot hockey, box fishing, and a big hit with patrons was Zorball, with families flocking to get on the track. Emma Chilton, TBT News.